Okay, so my wife and I went to see the movie Searching this weekend. She suggested that we go see it. My wife used to work for Sony, so she's a big supporter of Sony released films. And her old company and all her old friends that still work over at Sony. So we go to see Searching, and I had seen a movie similar to this called Unfriended a few years ago, where they used a lot of the modern technology of voice chatting and clicking and computers and searching and all this other kind of stuff, and people were getting murdered, and you'd see it, maybe go down in the background, and somebody would pop up here and go, look out, someone's behind you, and then you'd see somebody get killed. Anyway, I wasn't too blown away by the movie Unfriended, so when I saw the previews for Searching, I was like, okay, I could kind of wait on that one, but my wife was like, no, let's go see it. So I was like, all right, let's go see it. So we went and saw the movie, and it stars John Cho, who you've seen in Harold and Kumar, the Star Trek series. He also was on Sleepy Hollow on season 1, I believe, and so anyway, he did a fantastic job in the movie. So if you like that actor, you definitely want to go see this movie. Deborah Messing was in the film, which I didn't know she was in the film until she popped up in the movie, which was kind of neat. I mean, I didn't really pay too much attention to the credits as they were rolling in the beginning because there was so much going on. I don't want to give too much away with the movie, but the beginning, the first 10 minutes or so, kind of shows a progression of technology from the early 2000s all the way up until today. So you're looking at a computer and you're seeing how the different things get incorporated into the computer when Skype came available or when FaceTime came available, and all these kind of things as they go through the history of this little girl who's growing up from being born all the way up till she's 18 years old now. And you're seeing all their birthday party videos and all. So it's just this great thing where this father is just clicking, John Cho's character is just clicking on things, and so that's kind of the opening sequence. So I didn't pay too much attention to the names popping up because I was kind of getting the feel of the film and the vibe of what they were trying to put out. The storytelling. So Michelle La plays the daughter of John Cho as the adult teenager in this particular film, and so we're at that stage in her life, and what happens is she goes missing, and it's not giving away too much because it's all in the previews, and he's trying to find her basically by going through all her social media. And which was really cool is they pulled up real sites and things that really exist, and he put the pieces together that way. So hats off to the director and the writing team that put this thing together and actually were accurate in how they did it. And so there's all this drama that goes on and blah 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 blah. Overall, I think the movie was, I walked out of it happy. Towards the end, my hair stood up on my arms, which was kind of weird. That doesn't happen very often, but you kind of got that excited moment towards the end of the film. And overall, I thought it was pretty good. It came out this weekend. It's Labor Day weekend, and it pulled in, I think, $6 million in the U.S. and $6 million overseas. So it's done about $12 or $13 million, which is good. They probably were hoping that it would do better. Crazy Rich Asians is in its third week, I think, and it still brought in $22 million. And then all the other films kind of followed after that. Meg is still killing it at the box office, both domestic and overseas. So yeah, I mean, I think it's a good film. I think you should go see it and support it. It's definitely an indie film. I know it was picked up at Sundance or something. One of the film festivals is where it was discovered and picked up to be released. So it could turn into a little bit of a sleeper hit. Its budget can't be that much money. I mean, I would say they probably spent $5 million making this movie, and then with marketing, maybe another $5 million. So they only need to make $20 million to break even and start to be profitable. So I would assume that this movie is going to do fairly well if it's already brought in $12 million this weekend. I think word of mouth will get better over the next weekend. We've over the week going into next weekend. I think there's a couple of new releases coming out next weekend the movie Peppermint comes out, which might give it a little bit of a run for its money. It may even end up being number 2 at the box office and beat out Meg and a couple others. But as far as the movie goes, again, there was some really good acting in it. I think John Cho did a really good job with the material that he had, because in most of the scenes, I would say like 99% of the scenes, he's acting by himself. And that's not easy to do. Usually on set you've got somebody reading lines off camera, so you're not even with the actor that you're communicating with. So I would assume like all the scenes where he's talking to Deborah Messing, she wasn't even in the room. I could be wrong, but more than likely I'm right. They just had somebody reading off camera. And so that takes a lot for an actor to have to really pull those emotions out and to go through all the stuff that he went through. I feel like if I say too much, I'll really be giving away the movie. I'm going to have another video with my expanded thoughts on Searching, and you can check that out next if you'd like. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, share this video on Facebook, and stick around for the expanded thoughts.